Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. As you can see, I am still here in Salt Lake City. I absolutely love it here. There's the mountains, by the way. Really cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video, right? I want to start this video off by saying all of you guys only have one job. You literally have one job. Your one job is to try and bring in as much income as you can. Try and get as much cash as you can. Try and save up as much money as you can for this incredible wealth building opportunity that God has presented us, right? That is what I truly believe. I truly believe that this opportunity before us is a gift. And that's why I've been consistently building up cash and saving money and finding other ways to bring in more money, because this is going to be an incredible moment for a lot of us. And let me just go ahead and get straight to the point. I strongly believe that the S&P 500 will go to 3,500. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that when the S&P 500 finally goes to 3,500, I will finally be buying stocks. Now, I want to make sure I'm very clear, right? You have to remember the rules. Buying stocks for me does not mean I'm YOLOing all the money I have in at once. What it means is I am finally going to start to open up some positions in stocks that I believe are extremely cheap. Now, keep in mind, that does not mean that the S&P 500 can't go to 3,000 or even lower. That doesn't mean that. But what that means for me is fundamentally, when the S&P hits 3,500, it'll essentially be down about 30% or so from highs, which is pretty much what the average bear market, what happens to the S&P 500. So I'm fine with buying the S&P 500 at 3,500, which is typically where it goes, which will make it be down 30%, which is typically where it goes in the average bear market. So I want to make sure I'm very clear. So for all the idiots on YouTube who told you to buy the dip when SP was at 4,200, you got to stop listening to those idiots. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just not smart. It's just not intelligent, right? But over here you get good information. So the public portfolio will officially begin. I promise you guys, as soon as I start, keep in mind, I already own stocks, but I'm going to make a whole new portfolio. So I'm going to make sure I'm very clear. My portfolio is getting murder, she wrote. My 401k is getting murder, she wrote. My Roth IRA, my custodial account, all the different portfolios I have are getting murder, she wrote. I want to make that very clear. But thankfully, we have been presented with this incredible opportunity, and I have saved up cash, and I'm going to add all of that cash to my market crash portfolio is what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the stock market crash portfolio. So that is where my money is going to go. And it's going to be a brand new portfolio that I'm going to start with Fidelity, my favorite brokerage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a spreadsheet. I'm not going to show you guys like dollar amounts or anything, because like I said, it doesn't help you. It really doesn't. What helps you is seeing how I think and seeing how I allocate. You're going to notice that not one stock in my portfolio is going to make up more than 10% of my portfolio. That's one of the rules that you have to follow. You're also going to notice that I'm not buying stocks all at once. I am slowly allocating capital into stocks when the S&P gets to levels that I want it to go. You're also going to notice that I do not believe in dollar cost averaging in a bear market. I think that is stupid. I think every single YouTuber that has told you to buy individual stocks every week is stupid. I think buying index funds or the S&P 500, if you want to do that, that makes a lot more sense to dollar cost average into that, because the S&P 500 is on average a lot more resilient than individual stocks. But the problem with individual stocks is individual stocks are actually a lot more risky than the S&P 500, and you just have no idea which ones are going to survive. Remember PayPal? Right? Remember some of these other stocks that dropped tremendously? There's no guarantee some of these stocks are going to come back. PayPal, DraftKings, SoFi. There's a lot of stocks where they have a lot of risk at this point, and we just have no idea if they're going to come back. So it's very important you guys understand this. Individual stocks are extremely risky. So when you're buying individual stocks, you've got to really be strategic in what you buy, and you've got to make sure you really understand what you're buying and the companies you're invested in, because I'm telling you right now, when this is all over, some of these companies that were very popular in 2021, some of these SPACs aren't going to make it. Some of them are going to go bankrupt. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, guys. When the S&P 500 hits 3,500, I will be buying. There is a strong possibility that the S&P 500 can hit 3,200. I know that sounds insane. I know it sounds insane that Bitcoin could hit 10K. I know it sounds insane that Ethereum could go to 500. I know it sounds insane that the S&P 500 could go to 3,200. But ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you the God honest truth. Yes, it can, but that's okay. Because unlike the people who are telling you to buy the S&P at 4,100, which makes no sense, buying the S&P or buying individual stocks when S&P hits 3,500 makes sense. Now, what do I plan to buy? Well, I've got my eye on a few things. I want to make this very clear. I am still staying away from tech. I am very scared to own tech in this environment. I think tech is going to continue to get whacked. I do not see opportunities in tech right now. I think there are some big cap tech stocks that are still overvalued. So I'm staying away personally. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know tech is very popular among the retail community. But for me, I'm focused on the boring stuff. So like banking, Starbucks, Disney, you know, I'm really focused on some value stocks. I think that's where the opportunity is. I think that's where a lot of the money will be made. Maybe we'll buy some growth stocks, maybe. But the small cap, speculative growth tech stocks, I'm staying away, guys. I'm staying away. So I got a few other stocks that I haven't talked about on this channel that I plan to buy into as well. And like I said, every single thing that I buy in the market crash portfolio will be on a spreadsheet. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. That's kind of where we're at with it. Like I said, every trade that I do or every investment that I make, I will post to you guys. And actually, I think it is a good idea to make a whole new portfolio. I think it is a good idea to make like a market crash portfolio, just because things have come down so low, and I think they're going to continue to go down lower. I think it makes sense. I think this is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime for many of us. By the way, these views are incredible, aren't they? They look even better in person. It's amazing. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So yeah, just to recap, 3,500 is where I'm looking at to finally start buying stocks. Remember, just a little bit, not all your money, just a little bit. And then as the S&P starts to take lower, maybe goes down to 3,400, 3,200, maybe even lower than that, I'll start allocating more money. But the last thing you want to get caught up in is following these dumb YouTubers who keep saying, oh, buy the dip every day, buy the dip every week, buy NEO, buy this, buy that. Like, don't do that. Do not do that. You're going to get your portfolio smoked. You're going to get murder, she wrote, and you're going to be, you know, you're going to be a sad puppy out here, man. So don't do that. Hopefully you guys got some value out this video. I strongly believe at the very least the S&P 500 will hit 3,500, and I can't wait for that because I will be starting positions in a few stocks, and I will be looking to build some generational wealth when all of this is over. That is why my main focus for the last few months has been increasing my income. Thankfully, YouTube pays a little bit, but it really doesn't pay anything. So I really can't consider YouTube a second stream of income since I barely make anything on here. But I do have other streams of income, as most of you guys know. So I've been upping my game on that, just storing up cash, saving more money. Obviously, you guys know a lot of the reason why I've been saving money is actually not necessarily about stocks. It really has to do with the coming recession. But honestly, I actually met my goal on where I want to be. So at this point, I do have about 12 months or so of money saved in emergency, which makes me feel comfortable. So now I'm starting to pivot to, okay, now as I start to get more cash in, now I can start to put it into stocks, you know, because I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. But just please remember this. Please remember the rules. Do not get greedy. Do not put all the money you have in the stocks. That's not a good idea. You've got to have some cash on the side always. And the reason why is because we're literally going to have a recession. It really feels like we're in a recession right now. And I keep saying this, there's no guarantee that your job will keep you. And if your job fires you tomorrow, what are you going to do? You know, you got to think about stuff like that. You got to think ahead. So please, for the love of God, it's okay to dollar cost that. I'm sorry, I got to get that out of my head. It's okay to slowly, you know, make your way in the stocks at 3,500, in my opinion. But you also need to make sure that you keep cash on the side too. So anyway, there you guys have it. That'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.